Welcome back, team. Generally, in your sprint team, in your squad as sprint team in real time, in your team, you may have some 3 to 4 developers. Those are 1 or 2 front end or 1 or 2 back end, and also test automation engineer, followed by Scrum Master, BA, PO, one DevOps engineer. Infrastructure or DevOps, whoever it is, I think we will take care of the both. So that's why we'll be there. Alright, fine. Some companies will maintain separate a team for infra and DevOps, okay? I don't want to judge here, that should be only the case. Anything is fine, okay? Just taking an example. So what I'm trying to say, in your project team, you have some developers. Generally, whenever they are developing their code, always they will try to develop their code on branch called feature branch, always. If you recall one thing, team, when you provision the Azure Repo, right? When you provision the Azure repository, generally what is the default branch came to you? Default branch came to me is the master, agree? Default branch is master team. So that's a common thing, right? So I'm just taking the master here. I'm just keeping the master or main. We'll call this one as a master or main team, okay? I'm just keeping this one. Awesome. Now, what exactly I'm just talking about? For example, this is your default case. Now, as a DevOps engineer, if you recall our previous product scenario, as a DevOps engineer, we came here, we gave this particular Azure Repo endpoint to the developer to check in the code. Correct? The same thing we did, team. I'm just considering this particular icon is ours, okay? Just remember like that. A DevOps engineer, developers, okay? Okay, once you share the repo endpoint to the developer will start copy his locally developed code and start push that one to the repository. Now the question will start. Point number 1, generally team, always developers will work on their individual features. For example, developer 1 being assigned to just develop a login functionality. Developer 2 being assigned to just take care of the authentication, authorization on home page. Okay, alright, so 2 pages where they are developing independently. So now the point is, team, we should allow them to develop their particular features on their own. We should not disturb them. We should not keep any kind of dependency. Mostly some cases dependency is there. Of course, they need to align. They need to collab each other and they need to find the solution also. Okay, that's fine. But if they are working on one feature, this guy is working on another feature. So obviously, what exactly the thing will happen? Usually, they'll prefer to take one particular branch here. I'm just considering one branch here. That branch I'm just, I'm just considering a branch here. I'm just considering this particular branch as feature 1. Okay, I'm calling this one as a feature 1 team. Okay, feature 1. Okay, fine. So the developer 1 will work on the branch called feature 1. And the developer 2 will work on the feature branch called feature 2 team. Okay, feature 2. I'm just taking the feature 2 also. So feature 2 also I'm just taking from the same repository only. Point, you should understand one interesting thing. Let me confirm that, okay? I will confirm one thing. So this particular feature 2 also comes from the repository. But one point you need to keep in your mind. What is the point here is, team? Whenever you are working on these kind of individual branches, okay? Whenever you are working on these individual branches, these branches initially on the day 1, since master branch is completely empty, nothing is there on the master branch, agree? Nothing is there on the master, no? Correct, right? Nothing is there on the master. So we'll just create the feature 1 and the feature 2 from the master. Just a moment. We'll create the feature 1 and the feature 2 from the master. Let me go there and just keep this one on top. Okay. What happened to this one? Just a second. It's okay. Leave it. Okay, fine. So this is the feature 1 branch. I'm just taking this one as the feature 1. Okay. This is the feature 1. and this branch is called the feature 2. Okay, I'm just taking this one as a feature 2. Okay, all right, so far good team. So once you have the feature 1 and feature 2 branches with you, obviously developer 1, this guy is a dev 1. I'm just keeping this person as a dev 1 and this person as a dev 2. Okay, so dev 1 and dev 2 person will start developing the features, right? They'll start developing the features and they'll go on. That's awesome. So far good team. Now the point what exactly you need to understand here, okay, once you are done with this case, the important thing here is team, once the feature 2 and the feature 1 been branching out from master, you need to keep the point in your mind. How exactly the feature 1 and feature 2 being generated? Feature 1 and feature 2 are branched out from master. The basic point you need to keep in your mind. But this is for the first time. Very first time developers are developing. That's why they will branch out from master. Because you don't have any other branch here. But your planning should be on release candidate always. What is the release candidate now? I'm bringing one more here team. Okay. I'm just telling another branch called here RC. RC is a release candidate team. Oh, what is this RC? We never heard about RC. RC is a release candidate. Okay. So now you need to think about one thing. Firstly, repo will come with the default one as a master. Okay. I'm just giving the same color for these two. Okay. Because these two are the starting points exactly here. Right. And followed by feature 1 and the feature 2. Feature 1 and the feature 2 are the one exactly we started our journey. Correct. We started our journey with the developers where they just created the 2 branches. One is the feature 1, another one is the feature 2. That's also good team. Okay. I'm not blaming that. That's also good. But these 2 branches are branch out from the master. So that's the point you need to keep in your mind. And followed by there is one more which is a release candidate. This is also branch out from master only. Okay. Everything started from master first. So empty. Everything is empty. Nothing is there. Now, developer 1 developed feature 1. Awesome. Once he developed the feature 1, what exactly he needs to do? He needs to perform an activity. That activity called as, he will raise a PR. PR refers to pull request. Remember the point, okay? PR refers to pull request, okay? So, how to raise a PR? That is the first thing you need to keep in your mind. And what should be the target branch? This also you need to keep in your mind. Remember one thing, always RC is your target. Release candidate is your target. Okay, fine. For example, this is feature 1, right? So feature 1, what are the feature 1 the developer is developing? Once he is done with his development, okay, once he is done with his development, so what exactly he is doing? He raised a PR, okay, he raised a PR against the release candidate. That is what exactly at the moment we are seeing, okay? Currently we are seeing the same. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome team. Okay, now the point you need to understand here is, okay, we are seeing the feature 1 PR. I'm just giving the name here as a pull request. PR, okay? PR from the feature 1, okay? PR from the feature 1. Keep the point in your mind. Okay, alright. I'm just giving these two are with the same name so that you can easily identify this is the PR1 for the feature 1, okay? Alright. The next one is the feature 2. Okay, now developer 2 also needs to raise a PR again against to the release candidate. Now the point you need to understand here is team, both feature 1 and the feature 2, both the candidates are raising the pull request for the individual branches to the release candidate only. That's a catch exactly you need to keep in your mind. For example, I'm just keeping this one as a PR. This one as a PR, and also I'm just keeping here, I'm just giving the one name for this one. Okay, I'm just giving a name, sorry, one color, so that I think easy identification for us. I'm just giving this one as a PR with a green, okay, or something like that. Okay, this is feature 1 PR, this is feature 2 PR. Where exactly you are raising a pull request? Pull request means you are pulling something from your branch and you are trying to merge that one with your some target. This is your target. Your target is release candidate. RC is another branch, which is an empty completely. Of course, right? Feature 1, feature 2, RC, everything got started with an empty. This is also empty only. Today, this is also empty only. Now, once everything got merged with RC team, okay, developer 1 raised a PR, developer 2 raised a PR, okay, developer 2 also raised a PR, okay, developer 1 also raised a PR, whatever the PR, usually developers only will raise the PR. Then whenever they raise the PR against RC, always there must be one person to take a review. That is what PR review. Generally, the tech lead or the dev lead will take care of this one. Okay. He will verify whether the code, whatever the code that the guys, the dev 1 or dev 2 are exactly presenting, that is really perfectly good or not, that is as per requirement or not, is there any improvisation, is there any issue, everything he will verify. And he will give an approval. The moment when the reviewer give an approval, immediately your feature 2 branch will merge with RC. Your feature 1 branch will merge with RC. So 2 approvals. Approval 1, approval 2. 2 approvals. So 2 branches are merging into the RC. Awesome. Now, your developer 1 and developer code, both the codes got merged into a single branch called RC. That is what release candidate. That is what release candidate. Okay. Now, I'm telling you the situation. Master branch is empty. RC consisting of feature 1 plus feature 2. And feature 2 consisting of only feature 2, feature 1 consisting of only feature 1. Correct? That's what exactly our situation now. Now, okay, fine. Let me do one small thing here. Let's move this particular icons, these icons to be down, okay? Because space is not enough for me. That's why I'm taking down. Alright, so far good. Now, as a DevOps engineer, time for us to start setting up the build pipeline. Question for the DevOps engineer. Which branch I need to build? So far, if you see your previous project, we just build on the master branch or the main branch. Correct, right? That's what exactly we did. Now, the point is which branch we need to build. For example, you are seeing RC here, right, team? When you see RC, so we need to build this branch. For example, I'm just telling, we need to build this branch. Why only RC? That is what the strategy I'm telling you now. Why I'm preferring RC, you will understand in few minutes, right? For example, as a DevOps engineer, I will always look for RC. Okay, fine. Whatever the code they developed and merged with RC, just pull the code to your build pipeline team. I'm taking the build pipeline now, okay? This is what your Azure build pipeline, okay? I'm just considering a small icon here, a small box, and also build, okay? Build pipelines, and followed by I'm taking the release pipeline. That's a usual thing, okay? As usually we'll consider followed by release, okay? I'm just considering the release pipeline also. Now the point here is whatever the RC is there, just bring that one here, team, okay? All right. Whatever the build is there, sorry, whatever the build is there, just bring that one, connect that one to release. That's also awesome. These are your well aware team, okay? I no need to stress this connection. These connections you know. That's what exactly we have seen a project regarding this. Okay. I'm just giving the build and release pipeline with a different color so that just for better identification. Okay. All right. So far good. This is our responsibility. Okay. So I'll just give all the things, whatever is there. Just a moment. Just a moment. So whatever the things are there, exactly will start with us, and I'll give the same color for that so that your understanding will be very easy. Okay. These are all the things exactly we got started. Okay. Fine. Then first call, okay, release pipeline is the one. Generally, I already mentioned the dev branch is the one for the developers to test the features, no? Not to test the merged content, correct? Not to test the merged. This is the merged content which is a feature 1 plus feature 2. That is also your call team, okay? Example, if you deploy your RC, release candidate, whatever you prepared so far, that whatever the RC you are holding at the moment, if you deploy that particular RC into the dev, nothing wrong actually, nothing wrong. Later if the developer want to test only his branch, he can overwrite him, okay, he can overwrite. Nothing will happen. In the same way, release pipeline, the same thing will deploy to SIT stage. Release pipeline, same thing will deploy to pre-prod or UAT stage. Release pipeline, same thing will be deployed to production stage. But how the code or package is being promoted here? For example, once the release candidate being built and released to a dev environment, here is for only developers to just to ensure the package is really good or not, the code is really good or not, just to ensure that one. So once that is done, team, then what exactly we will do? We will promote our code from dev to SIT. So we need to promote the code. How you will promote? It's not like just a copy paste, right? It's not a copy paste. So the DevOps engineer will take care of the release pipeline, and he will create one more stage called SIT. In SIT, you may have some Kubernetes or app service or a virtual machine, or it can be anything, team. Okay, you may have something. So you will make sure the SIT environment ready and you will deploy your package into SIT also. Okay, then the testers, whoever the testers are there, the testers will ensure the code is really good or not. Okay, that is what exactly they will make sure. Okay, so once that is done, so the next one, we need to move our code to the pre-prod or UAT environment. Okay, so once your testers certify the code in the SIT, then we will move the code to pre-prod or UAT. This is all not a copy paste directly. I'm just giving the how exactly we need to promote direction. In this way, we need to promote the code. But actually, the deployment will happen from here only. The release pipeline consisting of 4 stages called Dev, SIT, Pre-Prod, Production. Yesterday and your previous session, you have seen one is for primary, another one is for secondary, right? Primary, secondary model we have seen. Similar to that. Okay. Once the code is there in the pre-prod environment, where the business also will take a look, your client will take a look, they will verify and they will check is everything alright or not. Once they found okay, everything is awesome, then they'll say go ahead for the production. Okay, then that's the time exactly you need to promote your code to the production team. Again, your release pipeline will connect to the prod environment and the code will be pushed team. Okay, that is what exactly things will go. So for good team, that is what the release pipeline will make sure RC candidate is being moved to all the environments up to production environment. Let me talk about one more. For example, once you move the code to the production, for example, production means where the public can test, or sometimes they will not release your code to production. They will tell that one as a tech live. That's a terminology you need to understand. Tech live. Tech live means it is not for the public. It is for UVT. UVT refers to user verification testing. UVT, user verification testing. So meaning that your code is not open for the public. Still some internal stakeholders from the client side or customer side or from the business side, they will come, a set of users only will test your production tech live application, but it is not open for public. Only for 10-15 members where we whitelist them so that they can only test your application. Is it really good or not? Just to get a more and more confidence, usually people will follow this process. Once they said UVT is really good, then obviously we can decide on one day, we can go live directly. You can open that application for entire public. That is what the production process exactly will take place here. For example, when it is live, some incident happened, meaning that one of the functionality, the payment gateway in your application, just take yours is a e-commerce application, is you did each and everything well. I think you are able to, customer is able to browse all the products and they are able to add, they are able to submit. But when they are making some payments, sometimes they are getting some gateway errors, some errors they are getting. But it is commonly, very frequently coming. That is what exactly we'll consider that particular issue, and we need to simulate that one and we need to fix it. First and foremost thing, when incident happened, what exactly our behavior should be here? When incident happened, team, immediately operations will receive that request seems to be something is not working. It's a severity one. And also we also need to fix that one on a highest priority. Then immediately all the developers will be alerted. So what exactly they will do when the incident happened here? I'm just taking a box here, which is an incident. Okay. Incident. When incident happened, team, what exactly the process of things will happen? So immediately everyone will be alerted and they will start in creating a specific branch called hotfix branch. We'll call that one as a hotfix branch team. Okay, hotfix branch. So I'm taking one more box here. That is what the hotfix. Okay, this is what hotfix. So what exactly this hotfix branch? This hotfix branch is mainly talk about if any production incident happened, you want to fix that one immediately. Quickly you need to fix and you need to release that one to the production. That's where exactly we'll call this one as a hotfix. Once you are ready with the branch creation of the hotfix, now tell me one thing, team. Whatever the code we released so far to the production, where exactly the code is sitting so far? Your code so far sitting on the release candidate, correct? Whatever the code is there on the release candidate, the same code you release to the production team. Now this is the time for us to just test the code one more time to simulate this incident. Whatever the incident happened, we need to simulate this case. To do that, developer will create a branch called hotfix, and this hotfix is not directly from repository. Especially, of course, inside repo there is a release candidate. You need to branch out from release candidate. Keep the point in your mind, team. Okay, you need to branch out from release candidate. Okay, that is very important. So when you are branching out from release candidate team, this is what exactly I'm talking about. If you branch out from release candidate, and also that is exactly the thing which you are trying to fix as a hotfix. Okay, remember that one. Just branch out from the RC and create a hotfix. Now developers will, when you branching out means what? Branching out means you are copying the code of RC to a new branch. That is what branching out means. You are copying whatever the production code is there, because production code only has some issue. So you are copying that code to a new branch and you will work here, but you will not work here directly. Point to be noted, team. No one will work on the RC directly. Always they will work on the features of the hotfix. Remember the point. Once the developer simulated that particular scenario, whatever the customer is facing, okay, you understand, oh, it's a big issue or issue. So then the developer will fix that case, team. Will fix that case. Now again the process is same. Once he fixed the case, whatever the hotfix branch, first this is a developer fix, right? Generally developer, what he will do, he will try to test his code. He will try to test his code first and foremost thing in the dev environment, right? That's a common thing usually he will follow, correct? That's a common thing, right? Because he is the person developed the code, right? He just want to ensure is everything is all right. So that's why he will double check his code is really good or not. Okay, so that's where exactly I'm taking the same arrow continuously. Okay, I'm just taking the same arrow, sorry, yeah. Then followed by, you are building on hotfix this time. You build on the hotfix branch, you release the same hotfix branch to dev environment. Okay, the same thing, whatever the connection you are just thinking about, the same thing you release to production team. For example, sorry, dev environment. Let me consider a arrow so that I think you will get a very good idea the how exactly this particular color is going. Okay, so that you will get an idea. Okay, how exactly we are testing that case. Okay. So I'm just taking this one here, team. Okay, this one here. So whatever the hotfix we are thinking so far, that hotfix will be moved to the dev, where the developer will quickly check whether really it is good or not, team. Okay, it's not like directly since it's a hotfix we'll move to production quickly. It's not like that, team. So everything should go in process. Okay, everything should go in process. Generally, he will ensure his code is really good, his hotfix is really good or not, whatever the scenario they tested. Okay, fine. Once they verified really their code is really awesome, then that's the time exactly for a DevOps engineer to just make sure the code is really, so whatever the code they are telling or hotfix branch code is really good. Now you know guys what exactly we need to do. Simple thing, okay? Whatever the hotfix branch being certified by the developer, that's okay. If they don't trust themselves, again they will move the hotfix branch to SIT. They will ask a tester also to test it. Okay, tester will test that particular case. Tester also will test the particular case. Okay, he also mentioned, okay, that is really awesome. Whatever the hotfix code I think a developer has fixed, I think that is working good. Then immediately we will move the code to the pre-prod or UAT environment. But when you move to the pre-prod or UAT environment, you no need to go with the hotfix because you already certified in the two environments. So meaning that your fix is already good. Now please raise a PR. Please raise a PR for your hotfix branch directly to the RC because you already certified your code in the two branches. That's awesome already. Okay, we can trust you. I think whatever the code you are currently working on, that is already working good. So we will just create a PR. Okay, what are the PR? Okay, this is the PR exactly the developer are creating for the RC candidate. Now once you have the PR, team, okay, once you have the PR, obviously the process is same. The PR review will be performed by the reviewer, because reviewer already know dev and site it's working. Then he will merge it, he will build it, he will release that one to pre-prod environment for the business to test it directly. Okay, once they verify, they will move RC branch again to production environment. Once RC moved to production team, now this time everything is good, your application is really doing good, there is no any problem with your application. Then what exactly the final step pending here is, you need to merge your RC with master. Master is empty still. Nothing is there in the master. Now the final call is, you need to raise a pull request to master where we need to merge whatever the code we developed so far. We need to merge that one to the master team. Okay, that's a final call. Okay, that's a final call. This is what exactly you need to behave. And this is the final one. So now tell me one thing, team. So whatever the thing we understand so far, that is what exactly about your branching strategy. And this is the model exactly you need to follow in real time also. Now I will give the numbers so that you will get an idea. Okay, how exactly we moved. Let me give the numbers first, team. Okay, let me give the numbers. So for example, I'm just taking one circle so that I'll just copy paste the same thing here. Okay, for example, team, okay, let me give some color for this one. Okay, let me give some color, sorry, so I'm just taking this particular thing, team. Okay, so once you are here, I'm just giving some light color for this so that easily you can understand what exactly the numbers and all. Okay, for example, I'm just giving 1. Okay, and also I'm just giving some bird and I'm just increasing the size. Okay, okay, all right, team. Okay, fine, team. Let's duplicate this one, and so that let's duplicate this one for the numbers to number so that easily we can understand. Okay, what is the first one, team? The first one is the one generally from repository to feature branch which you have created, correct? That is what the first one. Okay, all right. So and followed by you have raised a PR to RC candidate. That is the second thing. Okay, second thing. You no need to talk about the feature 2, because if you talk about one feature, that is enough, team. No worries. Okay, once you raise the PR to RC candidate, then RC reviewer dev lead will review your code and he will give an approval. So once the code is approved, then what exactly you will do? You will prepare a build pipeline. Okay, that is what exactly this particular thing. I'm keeping number 3 here, number 3 corresponding to merge. Okay, and I'm just giving the number 4 corresponding to the build pipeline, team. Okay, I'm just taking the build pipeline. I'm giving number 5 for the release pipeline, team. Okay, that is what exactly I'm just giving. Okay, this is fine. Now the dev environment is number 6. So meaning that first they will deploy the code in the dev environment just to make sure that the code is really good or not. And followed by I'm just giving the next one for whatever the thing is there. Next one for SIT. Okay, that is what exactly we are giving. Okay, and this is 17. Okay, once this is okay, then I'm just going here. I'm just giving this one as 18. Okay, once you are okay, then I'm just taking this one. I'm just giving this one as 19. Okay, so far good. Okay, so far good. Now once you move to the production, if there is some issue, that is what exactly that is exactly the thing we are just considering as an incident. That is what I'm giving as 10. So once the incident is there, then what exactly you need to do? You need to go there and you need to create a branch which is a hotfix branch. That is the thing exactly I'm just considering as a 11. This is the 11 exactly I'm just keeping here. I'm just keeping this one here. Just bring this one on the center line. This is 11, team. Okay, this is 11. Okay, 11 is the one which is a branch out. Okay, awesome. So once you are branching out, team, what exactly you work on this, so you fix this one, finally you are again building on this particular branch. That is what exactly we are giving here, that particular process as 12. Okay, meaning that you are building on that. Okay, so maybe you can keep that one here also that is also makes sense. Okay, I'm just keeping that one as a 12. Once that is over, next you will go there and you will go for the release. and that is what exactly you will make sure that the 13. And finally, you will move that one to dev branch. That is what I'm just calling as a, I'm just calling that particular process as a 14. Okay, that is what exactly you are moving. I'm just keeping this one as a 14 team. Okay, just keep this one. I'm just keeping, I'm just keeping this one here. Okay, all right, team. So for good. So once you are done with this particular thing, team, okay, release pipeline, releasing this one. Maybe I think for your, for your better understanding, I'll make the parallel placement so that you will understand really well. I think this would be exactly the 13, so that your understanding will be good. Okay, so the release process and the 14th is in deployment exactly here. Once you deploy it, I think they will double check in the SIT also. That is your call. That's up to you. Okay, up to you to just test that one. For example, if you don't ensure this one, okay, whatever the 14 you there, next one is the 15 team. Okay, when it comes to the 15 is the one exactly the PR. Okay, exactly the PR, the specially from PR, specially from hotfix to RC. That's what exactly 15. Once this particular once this 15 is over, then what exactly we need to do, team? So the 15 is over. I'm just taking the 15 here. So just a second. It got stuck. Okay. So once the 15 is over, then I'm just taking the next one is a 16. So you raise the PR. You raise the PR against the RC candidate, where I think you are merging that one to your RC. That one you can consider that one you can consider. Just a second. Yeah, that one you can consider as a 16th. I think you can talk that one as a 16 also. Okay. Otherwise, if you think, I think you are well aware of that one, I can remove that one also. But anyway, for time being, I'm just giving that one as a 16. Okay, you should understand that. Okay, once you merge it with the 16, again the build process which is a 17, and the release process which is an 18, and followed by the SIT environment, pre-prod environment, production environment. Okay, I'm just taking this one as a 16, and followed by, you just need to build the process again, right? You need to build the process again, which is a 17, and on top of it you need to build one more, which is an 18. So release, okay, which is an 18. Once you are on the 18, then that's the time for you, team. Then that's the time for you to just release that one to the SIT environment, which is a 19, and followed by, you can release the same thing to pre-prod environment. Fine, that is what exactly this particular thing, and you can release the same thing to production environment also, which is a 21. Okay, this is what exactly the thing. Let me do one small thing here. Once incident happened, I will change the colors so that you will understand the flow. If I change the color, maybe I think your understanding will be a bit different, team. Okay, let me change the color once incident happened. Okay, so this is what the incident happened here. Okay, once incident happened, team, I believe you can take one color specifically from here, and you can follow the same color for your discussion. Okay, so that your understanding will be good. So that is what the 11 exactly. Okay, 11. Sorry, let me select the same thing. Oh, sorry, why it is taking long time to say. Just a moment, team. Just a moment. I think it's taking. Okay, I can change the colors also after 10 onwards. Okay, so this is what exactly about the branching strategy corresponding to our environments, team. Thank you for the session. See you in the next part.